Our story kicks off during the Great Depression of 2026, when the government is so desperate for cash that they launch the California Grand Lottery. Here's the catch. If you win, you have to survive until sundown, and anyone can legally kill you to claim your jackpot, just no bullets allowed. Fast forward to 2030, and we meet Sean, who just won the lottery. You think he's lucky? Well, yeah is, but now he's running for his life from a huge crowd that wants to turn him into a human piñata. Sean doesn't back down. He fights off the mob like a true protagonist before making a daring escape by jumping over a fence. He breaks into a house through the window and finds a grandmother inside. Without missing a beat, he snatches her phone and smashes it. Outside, a drone is buzzing around, keeping tabs on everything like a nosy neighbor. Just as Sean catches his breath, the grandmother pulls out a Grand Lottery bolt gun to take him out. Talk about a plot twist. Before things can get any crazier, she breaks her lottery ticket to summon the lottery team, who bursts in and confirms that the winner is dead. She gets a huge check for $22 million and instantly becomes a TV star. Meanwhile, a month later, Katie arrives in LA to restart her acting career. On the bus, she's staring at a little Oscar keychain, a reminder of her past glory. Nearby, a little girl is giggling, so Katie makes funny faces to entertain her, but the girl's dad is busy mocking her. Katie, not one to back down, pretends to be a cop and threatens him with social services if he doesn't shape up. The dad suddenly becomes nice, and an old lady thanks Katie for her services. But when the lady leaves, Katie realizes she just swiped her watch. As Katie rides along, she spots an ad for Lewis Protection Agency and wishes she had bodyguards like that. But as she looks out the window, she sees everyone on the streets looking tense and ready to brawl. Meanwhile, the media can't stop buzzing about the next lottery drawing, which is happening in just 18 hours. Tickets are flying off the shelves, and the jackpot is a whopping $3.6 billion. Back at home, Noel is getting his weapons ready while singing the Ninja Turtles theme song. He's definitely in the zone. Eventually, Katie arrives at her rented room, only to find that her roommate, Shadi, lied about the place. It's a disaster. Shadi is annoying too. She has pictures of herself everywhere, makes terrible jokes, and ignores her mom's calls. Plus, her obnoxious boyfriend DJ slaps Katie as a prank when he hands her the house keys. Not cool, dude. The next day, Noel's ad pops up on TV, offering his bodyguard services to whoever wins the lottery. When Katie wakes up, she's horrified to find the upstairs bathroom leaking through the roof, ruining her clothes just before her audition. She calls Shadi to complain, but Shadi's solution is to rent her clothes. Katie has no choice but to spend her savings on a terrible outfit and take a cab because she's running late. The cab driver just won't shut up, chatting about celebrity gossip and mentioning that rapper Machine Gun Kelly has his own bunker. When Katie finally arrives at the audition place, an employee charges her $400 to participate. As the audition begins, Katie explains she was a child star in many TV ads, but had to pause her career to care for a sick mom. After her mom passed away, Katie decided to give acting another shot. She reaches into her pockets for her monologue notes and accidentally puts her thumbprint on Shadi's lottery ticket, which activates it. The ticket takes her picture and officially registers her as a player. Katie quickly puts it away and tries to act, but the director immediately dislikes her and kicks her out. In the hallway, the other actresses try to be supportive, but suddenly all their lottery tickets activate, announcing that Katie has won and showing her face. The actresses do a complete 180, attacking Katie with anything they can find, even whipping out knives. Even the employees join in the chaos. Luckily, Katie's stage fighting classes come in handy as she dodges a flying shoe and takes the stairs, still clueless about what's going on. On the next floor, she hides in a room while the actresses run off, but she's stumbled into a self-defense class, and these people are ready to kill too. They keep calling her my jackpot as they attack, and Katie runs around dodging their moves or making them hit each other. She tries asking what's happening, but they ignore her. While some fight each other, one guy grabs Katie by the ankles and whirls her around, throwing her through a wall into a yoga class filled with more would-be assassins. Chaos erupts, with blood starting to spill. Just as a guy grabs Katie by the neck, Noel suddenly bursts through the ceiling and saves her, throwing the guy at the wall. Noel announces Katie gets 5 free saves, but after that, his protection costs 10% of the prize. As he keeps knocking people out, reaching the end of the freebies, Katie has no choice but to sign his contract. Now Noel fights for real, even using Katie as a weapon to kick people off. He ties her to his back to keep her safe and uses a belt as a whip to attack from afar. Once everyone's down, Katie frees herself and grabs Noel's paralysis dart gun, but he easily takes it back. Noel makes sure to position the unconscious bodies so they don't choke. He explains the lottery drone outside posts the winner's location every 14 minutes, so they have to get moving. As they run out, Noel points out the rules don't allow the other players to kill each other. A food truck person throws a knife at Katie, but Noel helps her dodge it before they get in his car to escape. On the road, people nearby get alerts of Katie's location and prepare to join the fight. Even the ice cream truck abandons the kids. Noelle finishes explaining the lottery rules to a shocked Katie, who reveals she and her mom only watched movies and baking shows, never the news. Soon, they're being chased by people on bikes and ATVs, so Noelle hands them helmets and speeds up. A Molotov bomb hits the car, setting the roof on fire, but Noelle keeps driving and enters an old warehouse as the wind puts out the flames. Suddenly, Noelle spins the car around, and a biker crashes right into it. But he can't stop there. He has to keep driving through the warehouse to dodge the other bikers who are starting a new fire. Meanwhile, Katie is ready to throw in the towel and quit the game, but the only way out is to leave the city. Noelle, being the resourceful guy he is, shoots a guy with his dart, taking him down like a pro. As they drive in circles, more enemies start throwing random objects at them, creating a cloud of dust that helps them sneak away quietly. They manage to push the car out without making a sound, and the bikers don't even notice until a Molotov cocktail crashes down nearby. Katie keeps insisting she wants to quit, and Noelle finally agrees to take her to the nearest quit line. Just then, the bikers spot them, and the chase is back on. An enemy jumps into the car through the back window, and Katie quickly snatches a knife from her. Noelle pulls out his darts, but the woman bites his arm like a rabid squirrel. In a moment of desperation, Noelle grabs the car mirror and smacks her with it, then yells at Katie to drive, ignoring her protests that she can't. Noelle moves to the back seat to keep fighting, putting an extra helmet on the woman before kicking her out of the car like a bouncer at a nightclub. The bikers retaliate by throwing another Molotov at them, and Noelle shouts for Katie to drive through a wall to escape. What could go wrong, they think. They stop a car, but one biker crashes while trying to dodge it, and Katie knocks out another one with her helmet. Just when they think they're in the clear, the car barely moves before breaking down from all the damage. Katie jumps out, ready to run, but Noelle stops her. He explains that if she quits, he won't get any money, but he still wants to help her because they should treat people the way they want to be treated. Suddenly, Katie throws sand in his face and manages to punch him. Noelle, now with a sandy face, has to crack his nose back into place. Just then, a police car rolls up, and Katie runs to the cops for help, but surprise, the officers want to take her down too. Noelle catches their taser just in time and starts fighting them off while Katie makes a run for it. On the street, Katie hides her face behind a map as the crowd notices a drone nearby, starting to search for her. She ducks into a wax museum and is surprised to find the guard is anti-lottery, so he lets her hide among the statues. Desperate for a way out, Katie calls Shadi to borrow her car. But Shadi keeps asking where she is, making Katie realize that Shadi is playing the lottery game too. Just then, a statue suddenly welcomes Katie to the museum, giving away her hiding spot. Afterward, Shadi and her boyfriend DJ try to enter the museum, but the guard reminds them they're banned because they once got a little too friendly with a statue. Shadi punches him to knock him out, and the couple rushes inside the museum. On the other hand, Katie hears the commotion and hides behind a statue, but when she tries to sneak out, DJ spots her. He pushes her onto a desk, and Katie, thinking fast, throws a bottle at Shadi's head and then tosses sand in DJ's face to get him off her. Now, Shadi and DJ team up to take down Katie, who grabs a statue's staff to defend herself. But when she sees an opening, she tries to run, only for Shadi to kick her back, making her lose the staff. In the next room, Shadi and DJ start wailing on Katie with the broken halves of the staff. Katie, in a moment of desperation, starts throwing statues at them, mistaking one for Cher when it's actually the Kardashians. The fight spills into the horror room, where they grab any prop they can find to attack each other. It's like a Halloween party gone wrong. Katie makes a break for it just as Shadi throws an axe at her. Luckily, it's a fake axe, so it just bounces off her. In a moment of genius, Katie presses a button to bring down the shutter, but then remembers what Noelle taught her about saving people. She quickly fixes the guard's body so he won't choke, then rolls out of the museum just before the shutter slams down, trapping Shadi and DJ inside. Outside, a tour bus guide sees her and announces her location on the mic, making her a target again. Just when things look grim, Noelle swoops in with a police car and rescues her. But Katie isn't fully trusting him yet. She thinks he might just want to kill her in private since helping her quit means he won't get paid. As the tour bus keeps hitting the back of the car, Noelle wishes they had bunker and Katie remembers the taxi driver. Soon, the duo shows up at Machine Gun Kelly's house, who thinks Katie wants something dirty when she asks for help. At that moment the bus appears, so Katie gets Noelle's dart gun and forces him to open his panic room. Katie and Noelle rush inside and put Kelly to sleep with a dart before trying to close the door. A crowd gathers in the living room and an arm tries keeping the door open, so Noelle gets ready to shoot it. Thinking he wants to shoot her, Katie takes the gun and shoots a dart at the arm, forcing it to retreat and finally closing the door for good. The room is fully equipped and the duo can watch the crowd on the security camera. A wary Katie keeps the gun aimed at Noelle, so he sits by her side and shares sweet facts about himself to prove he's a good guy. Suddenly the keychain falls from Katie's pocket and when he says it looks cool, Katie opens up. She chose to become an actress for her mom, who loved movies and celebrities. Her mother knew Hollywood could be hell and gifted Katie the keychain to remind her she would be proud of her no matter what. When she was younger she made good money as a child actor, but her dad ran away with all of it. Noel is very understanding and comforting, so Katie gives him back the gun. She wants to know why Noel would help her quit, so he explains his priorities. 1 is saving people's lives, and 2 is making enough money to keep on saving people's lives. Outside, the crowd continues to hit the door to no avail. Shotty slaps Kelly to wake him up, but nothing happens. So instead, she drags him into the pool and threatens him with a knife, demanding the door password. Kelly spits out 6969, which turns out to be a popular meme. Katie and Noel watch this whole scene unfold on the security cameras. Noel gets angry because now he has to make a call and ask for a favor. He orders something called a phone strike and rushes to put Katie's phone in a safe. The duo holds the door as Shotty uses the password, but the crowd freezes when they hear their phones ringing with an Amber Alert. Suddenly, the phones explode, burning various body parts. As everyone deals with their injuries, Katie and Noel make a break for it. Noel even stops to put out the flames on someone's groin. Outside, a bunch of guards with damage-proof cars and rubber bullet guns are waiting. They only want to take Katie, but she forces them to bring Noel too. During the ride, Katie asks if Noel works with these people. He explains he used to, but now he's a freelancer. At the meantime, they arrive at headquarters, where Katie meets Louis, the head of the security company. She's not impressed because he keeps mocking Noel. Katie asks to be taken out of the city, but Louis gives her a new phone and points out she's in the safest building in the country. He also shows off the grenades in his pocket. With only 4 game hours left, Louis gives them a tour and shows off the wall of anonymous winners they've saved, though they've been lacking clients lately. He explains they charge 30% and Katie signs the contract after getting a cut of the money for Noel. Seeing a crowd gathering outside on the security cameras, Louis decides it's safer to move Katie to a hidden underground fortress using decoy vehicles. Noel shares more about his past as a mercenary with Louis, where they killed horrible people around the world. One day, Noel discovered his victims weren't always bad, so he quit mid-job, causing the mission to fail, and only he and Louis survived. Nowadays, Noel uses his earnings to support the families of his victims and teammates. Katie opens up about her dad stealing her money when she turned 18 and leaving her to care for her sick mom, who recently passed away. As Katie gets a prosthetic mask to disguise herself as an old man, Noel realizes Louis is only pretending to protect winners to secretly kill them. Louis takes them to a car, but Katie keeps insisting Noel come along, which Louis refuses. Desperate, Katie kicks Louis in the groin, and Noel uses the distraction to open the garage door. He darts the guards as the crowd rushes in, not recognizing Katie in her disguise. Noel gives her a keycard and tells her to run while he buys time. More guards hold Noel down as Louis kicks him for information. The decoy cars take off with Katie hiding in one, alerting Louis' system. Social media goes wild as the drone loses Katie, so if she avoids mistakes, she'll be safe until the end. Katie gains fans who see her as a hero. She's about to leave town when Noel calls, telling her to turn around or he'll kill Noel. Katie hesitates but turns back. Louis takes Noel to an old theater and reveals he always knew they were killing civilians for easy money. He even admits that he killed their team, and framing Noel. With 15 minutes left, Katie rushes in with a bolt gun, threatening to self-delete so no one gets the money. Louis doesn't believe her, so Katie points out he'll kill her anyway. She shows she's recording for social media, so Louis can't clean the gun. Katie offers to delete the video if he lets them go, and Louis reluctantly agrees. Katie starts ranting about how awful her life is and almost pulls the trigger, but Louis finally drops the handcuff keys and asks for a deal. Katie pretends to give him the gun, but kicks him off the stage instead, revealing she was acting the whole time. With Louis out, the other players immediately come after Katie again. Everyone she's met today blocks every entrance, so Katie grabs whatever she can to slow them down. Suddenly, Louis grabs her leg and makes her fall, trying to kill her. Suddenly, a cop tries to help, but Louis kicks him off and continues struggling with Katie. Just then, a crowd bursts in, and Noel starts fighting them while still cuffed to a chair, singing the Ninja Turtles theme song. The chair breaks, giving him more freedom to move. At the same time, Katie bites Louis and disarms him, throwing the keys to Noel, who frees himself. As Noel fights Louis, Shotty appears with a katana to battle Katie, but Katie quickly disarms her and knocks her out with a headbutt. With only 4 minutes left, a huge crowd enters the theater. Noel is still fighting Louis, so Katie climbs the stage decorations for safety. Louis steals an axe from another player, but Noel defends himself with cymbals, finally defeating his former friend. The bus lady tries to climb after Katie, so she kicks her off. Noel starts breaking the decorations to stop people from following Katie. Louis' men arrive, and half make a human staircase for Louis to climb while the others tackle Noelle. Louis reaches Katie on the scaffolding, and they fight until Katie slips. She hangs on the edge and reveals she used her keychain to activate one of his grenades, which explodes. Louis dies, and Katie falls, but her fans catch her with a big flag just in time. As the countdown reaches 0, Katie hugs Noelle and promises to pay him 50%. The lottery people give her a check, and she announces she's done with acting. 6 months later, Katie and Noelle are working together on charities like a free protection agency, a self-defense school, and a center for kids with bad parents. Noelle tries to open a Ninja Turtles pizza place but gets sued for copyright infringement. Then the duo goes to vacations on their own super yacht, living the dream. This movie's name is Jackpot, which has action, comedy, and a heartwarming bromance between a wrestler and a rapper. Now hurry up, tell me your feelings for this movie, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe and the bell near it. I'm sure we'll meet again in next video.